Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto's News with your host Crypto, me aka Omar, and I am here with a few bit of news and a little bit of sentiments and a little bit of everything as I talk about cryptocurrency in these exciting times. So please remember to subscribe, that way you can join in really cool live streams like yesterday where I got to interact with you guys and learn from you and share information that you share and kind of have a back and forth. So if you are a subscriber, you receive a notification whenever I do these live streams, which granted, I do not give much notice for. They kind of just happen. But it's a very fun thing to do, especially when there's a lot of goings on like right now. So yeah, be sure to hit that button if you haven't before. Also, thank you to the 2 donations that I got. Well, actually 3. Last night someone sent me a Monero. Thank you. 1.2 Monero during the live stream. Also to Fuka, who sent me an Ether and he recommended I don't buy McDonald's with it, which I won't. And to the person who sent me $1 worth of Bitcoin today, thank you so very much. Okay, so what I want to talk about firstly is I'm going to start a little bit differently. Instead of the news right away, I'm going to give a little sentiment. So what I'm going to say is go by the old trader's adage of going greedy when people are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So what does that mean? I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but when everybody is as bullish about Bitcoin as they are right now, talking about how is the world's one currency, how it should be the reserve currency, how the price is not going to stop, how, you know, this is the time when you want to take profit and you should be fearful and cautious about buying back in, because it's easy to buy into a bubble, but it's difficult to time when it will end. And by my opinion, we have definitely started a bit of a bubble. It's a healthier bubble than it was back in the day and others we've had, but it's still kind of, I could have a serious retracement in price. So you got to be definitely cautious when buying into this market. And it's fun to take a profit on the way up. So you should also buy when others are fearful. So when the price is dipping, that's when you want to be buying in order to make and maximize your profit. So anyway, when you take a profit, what you want to do if you're not a trader, you're not too much into it, is it sucks to take a profit into fiat, into the US dollar, right? Because if you're going to do that, you basically have to go hit that sell button and transfer that money to your bank, and then you're in fiat. But that can take a few days for your bank to receive it. And also, if you want to buy back in, then it's going to take time for your deposit to be acknowledged by whatever exchange you're hoping to buy from or so forth. So you might lose money in the spread and difference in prices that happen. So what you want to do is usually buy some sort of stable token, some sort of token that doesn't change in value, that could be pegged to a national currency. So one that I can think of immediately is the Steam-backed dollar, one of the 3 Steam tokens, so SBD. And the Steam-backed dollar is pretty much pegged to the price of $1 US always, maybe a cent up or down or less than that. But the reason for that is because one Steam-backed dollar, if you go on Steam at the site, will always buy you the equivalent of $1 worth of Steam. So when people buy a Steam-backed dollar, transfer it to the Steam exchange, they can always redeem that for the equivalent amount of Steam based on the price of Steam. So when people buy Steam-backed dollars in exchange, it tends to be around that price of Steam. It keeps it. It was kind of a smart way how all of that works. So you could hold Steam-backed dollars, which return you an interest if you have it on Steam at 3% of 3% annual yield, basically. So that's one option. You could also just go on like an exchange like Poloniex and change for USD Tether. So this is a token that pretty much just lives on their exchange and is pretty much 1-to-1 with the US dollar as well. So that way you don't have to worry about the timing issues when you sell out. So yeah, I'm just saying, you know, it's definitely time to take the profit if that's what you're trying to do. If you're just a long-term holder, then just hold on. It's going to be a fun ride between now and March 11th at the minimum. All year, probably, as we wait for that ETF to either get approved or not. But now we're seeing that it's jumped from a 30% to possibly 50% approval rate as more and more people are getting excited about the possibility of an ETF being released. But be aware that the price could drop significantly if it doesn't get released, and if it does, the price could jump significantly. So hedge your bets, risk reward accordingly, and try to stay on earth when looking at these things. It's likely that they might deem Bitcoin is too volatile to determine whether it could be an ETF even after 4 years. So who knows? But it is being spearheaded by the guys who helped to create the social network Facebook, the Winklevoss twins, who run one of the biggest Bitcoin exchanges and have complied with a lot of the things that the regulatory committees want, including having an auction price to keep the price a little more stable, or know exactly what price to sell for that ETF at. So anyway, yeah, just be safe out there. Don't risk more than you're willing to lose. And definitely don't take advice from me as far as investing. Do whatever you feel confident. Do your own due diligence. The other thing I want to share is that in relation to all these fun times, there was what was the CEPS Ideas Lab taking place, which was a kind of European conference where different world leaders, over 1,000, meet up to debate different things. And the top speech, the keynote address, was by a Dr. Joseph Muscat, who is the Prime Minister of Malta. And he was supposed to give the speech, really the main speech. So when he gave the speech, he said that he wasn't going to just give a general boring speech that was going to bore everybody to death. He was going to give a speech that was going to arouse controversy, possibly, that was going to present in what might seem like insane ideas, but to create healthy debate. And he said that Bitcoin should be Europe's currency. So we all know that the euro is going down. A lot of countries are upset at the way it's being run, benefiting some countries at the cost of others, and they're trying to leave the Eurozone and the European Union. So there's not going to be the euro in that case anymore, right? Nobody will use the euro, and if they do, I don't know. It won't be worth what it is now. So if they accept something like Bitcoin, which is deflationary, they could really put that the whole continent of Europe, really, on the fast track to success for their individual countries. It's not going to happen immediately, but it is a better system than possibly what's in place there. And there's a reason people are upset. So it's kind of a crazy idea, but I mean, there was also an article, I believe, on Cointelegraph where I saw that Bitcoin could reach, if it stays on track like it has been over the years, to be within the next few years up to $100 billion market cap. But I think we'd be surprised how quickly it could get to $100 billion. And the thing is, even with these bubbles and ups and downs, ultimately the long-term trend is up. And it's like the Prime Minister said in his address, you can slow down cryptocurrency, right? You can slow down its rate of adoption and try to stop Bitcoin, but you cannot stop it. You can only slow it down, as we saw with exchanges banning withdrawals for a month, for example, in China. You can slow it down, but you cannot stop it. So all you can do is kind of ride the wave and try to stay with the evolution and not against it, as we've seen time and time through the ages. So another thing I want to talk about is that coin, I forget the name now, damn it, it's completely escaping me, but there was a coin release that just released their gold backed token actually today. Their smart contract system went up, gold.something.io, damn it, I cannot remember. I'll put it in the description below, link for sure. But they just kind of beat Digix to market when a gold backed currency, 1 GCT, will be equal to 1 gram of token. And you know, they had the test net, they're on the main net, and they're gonna have also a fiat stable token released next month. They're hoping in March 2017 that will allow employers to pay employees in a US dollar tethered 1-to-1 ratio coin, cryptocurrency. So they are storing their gold, the GCT token. They're gonna have an auction, by the way, next week for these tokens. But I wanted to say that basically they're storing this gold inside of Bullion Star, which is in Singapore, one of the most reputable and secure vaults. And the only fees you have to pay, which are turning out to be better fees than Digix, is you have to pay the storage fees per year, which are 0.09%, which is not very much, to Bullion Star. And you have to pay the regular miner fees on the Ethereum network. So, and yeah, it's built on Ethereum. I believe they're called, yeah, I remember, CodeTract. CodeTract.io. So you can go to the website gold.codetract.io and check that out if you're interested in keeping tabs on what's going on with them. That's interesting to look at. There were a bunch of other things I wanted to share, but maybe I'll leave them for a future video. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, just be cautious, guys. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Oh yeah, we saw Zcash is moving up, and people were like, "Oh, why is Zcash up like 12% today?" It turns out that they just announced they're gonna have token issuance with privacy included. So basically, you can create your own token that works just like Zcash securely, and you can design it much like you can on Ethereum. So that's what kind of jumped the price up, which is a pretty cool little bit of news. And with that, I'll leave you, and I wish you the best. I hope that this was an informative video. Please hit like if you did appreciate any content here. I usually make it a note to hit like as soon as I start watching any YouTube video, especially by somebody that I watch constantly, because I know it helps them out. And, you know, it makes them feel good about what they do. It supports them, it shows feedback, and it helps them rank a little higher in the search rankings. And I think it's a way to show appreciation for what they do. So if you feel like this was informative, please do hit like. Please comment your thoughts, as always, below. Thank you again for everyone for the donations and for watching the live stream yesterday and partaking. We had the most that we've ever had concurrently on a live stream, which was over 100 at several points. So that's pretty awesome and encouraging for this channel. And what else? Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'll look forward to responding to you when I can. My last 4 days at work. Let's do this. Miami Food and Wine Festival. Crypto out.